place to come by. We gonna have a good show. So you just left your shoe. Hey, you know, I peek in.
Bag of snacks.
Do what I enjoy. Watch.
Oh yeah. What's going on, man? Hey, I remember that code. We had. You came down. Man, you real good. You real good at de-escalation, man.
Well,
I like the way you handle the patients. I always liked it. I always admired that about you, man. I used to watch you. I say, man, this guy's good. Somebody to learn from.
It's tough.
Yeah, okay. So you still at the hospital?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. The Chancellor's here. Silence. Hopefully you're having a positive and productive day, people. Yes, hopefully you're having a positive and productive day. It's your man, J. Petty, checking in. J. Petty checking in for the Bag of Snacks podcast. We are worldwide, people. Oh, it feels good. It feels good. Here in Chicago, today is a good day so far. It's cold, it's chilly, but I got here safe. I have a great guest here today. He's in the mental health field, and we're going to talk mental health in that field. I've worked side by side with this guy, and I know he is a great asset to any company, any establishment, and he does a great job. But, so there's a young lady by the name of Tessica. She put the Gorilla Glue in her hair. I hope that you're all well and you're doing fine. But she has raised over $13,000. Wow. $13,000 for putting Gorilla Glue in your hair. Interesting. Meanwhile, there's some little kids right now on a CTA train station trying to, tell people, hey, sir, excuse me, sir, can you donate to my team? I'm a shooting guard. I'm Stephen Curry. It's some little kids doing that on the train, and they're bothering some old white man and some old white lady and some mother getting off of work. But they can't get donations. But Miss Tessica, also, I feel bad for Tessica. Guys, please slow down with Tessica. She has to heal. She's going through a rough time. So reports are saying that she has been receiving people that want to, take her on a date. People that want to take her on a date. And also people have been sending her penis photos into her inbox. Guys, stop it. Stop it. That's not nice. You're not being a gentleman. Be a gentleman to Tessica. Please give her time to heal. Do not send her dick pictures in her DM talking about you care for her, you want to love her and take her out. She just had Gorilla Glue in her hair. Give her some time. I mean, give her a couple of weeks. Then go from there. But also, the DSM module and the Psychiatric Association. Now, ever since this young lady has put Gorilla Glue in her hair, they have said, wait a minute, what's going on with this whole hair thing? So they're basically trying to come up with a diagnosis for women that wear weave. It's true. So they're saying basically what that means is they're saying if you wear weave, you're crazy and you can get a crazy check. So you don't have to tell the kids to act crazy at the office, at the doctor's office to get a crazy check. You can just go say, hey, you know what? I don't feel pretty. I wear weave. Can I get a check? That's what the Psychiatric Association is saying. And they're trying to add it to the DSM module. But anyway, mental health. We have on the show, like I said, a guy that I've worked with side by side. I really appreciate him. Because we've been in some really interesting times, tough times. And I've seen this guy take a patient that was really upset, fighting, and he calmed that patient down. He attends to the patient needs. He supports the patient the best way and assists them the best way. I have on the show today Dune Lyke. He has a bachelor's in business, and he has been in the mental health field for over 20 years, people. Welcome to the show, Duane Lyke. How you doing, man?
Thank you, sir. I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. Nice to see you, man.
Appreciate that.
I know we should have been got around to kick it and hang out, eat some hot wings and drink some beer or wine. I stopped drinking, but we gonna really get into mental health, and I really appreciate you coming down here because I put out the call on I think 2 videos ago, and I was telling people, hey, if you want to talk mental health and the importance of mental health, mental wellness, come on the show and you answer the call. So
Sure.
I'm here to talk to you. So what's been up, man? Tell me what's been going on with you.
Man, it's been staying busy, dealing with a lot of work issues,
Okay.
a lot of violent people out there getting into the hospitals with mental health issues.
So it's still a lot of violent people coming to the hospitals, and you have to deal with them.
Correct. De-escalating them, detoxing them, trying to get them back on the right track, planning aftercare for them.
And how has that process been for you?
It's stressful.
Stressful? Okay.
Stressful.
Walk us through, for a lot of people that don't know, walk us through a day in the life of a mental health counselor or a mental health worker.
Sure. Come in, check the board, see what patients are there, see what patients are being discharged,
Okay.
see what patients we have coming in. A lot of times you have patients that they get so upset that they can't get discharged, they start getting very physical and violent
Yes.
and hurting staff.
Yeah. I've been there.
Yes, we've been there together.
Right. so okay, so same old song.
Yes.
Now, let's just say you have a patient and their social worker said, hey, we're trying to find you placement, but the days keep going on and on. They can't find this person patient, and the patient is upset. What type of advice would you tell that patient?
I would tell that patient to try and be a little bit more calm,
Okay.
respectful, and know we're doing the best we can to get them out of there. Because I tell a lot of the patients, we didn't come get you.
Right.
You brought yourself here for something you've done.
Mm-hmm.
We're just here trying to make sure that doesn't happen again. De-escalate the situation from reoccurring.
How important is de-escalation? Because we know in the field there's some people they quickly jump the gun and go straight to hands-on CPI.
Correct.
But how important is de-escalation in the mental health field, dealing with abusive or I guess violent patients?
It's very important because we would prefer to de-escalate the person versus putting them in restraints
Right.
and giving them shots that affects their mind to force them to calm down. Because when they wake up, they're just going to be upset again.
Yes.
Hopefully not, but on average, it would be more upset.
Yes.
It makes things worse.
And then they come and they are fixated on you as the staff.
Correct.
And so in the milieu, as we call it, what is the proper relationship between the nurse and the mental health worker?
They should work in a perfect world side by side.
Okay.
But a lot of times, the nurse is somewhat more of the supervisory role towards the counselor.
Okay. Okay. Now, for someone that's interested possibly in getting to the mental health field, I mean, what's some advice you can get them? You hear me? What's the advice?
I'll tell them don't do it.
Okay, don't do it?
Don't do it.
Right. Right.
It's too stressful.
It's very stressful.
And it's not very rewarding economically. Maybe emotionally it's rewarding, but not economically.
Economically is not. Because I always say on my podcast, I say, CNAs and mental health workers need a raise. Like,
Correct.
not even just, not financially, but they just do. They really need their roses because you are dealing with a population of people that have been neglected and shunned. And so when they come into these facilities and these hospitals, it's workers like Duane and myself. We have to deal with that. Families, the police, ain't no telling what they done did on the outside.
Definitely. And the homeless people as well come in.
Yes.
And they come in for medications they couldn't get when they were homeless. So they have to be treated and react a certain way to get that medication. They go back out on the street, use up the medication, come right back in.
Yep.
It's a big revolving door. The government's making money off the patients. The hospital's making money off the patients. Medicare.
Yes.
Big melting pot.
Yes. So I guess what can we do to best support the patients to where they don't keep coming back out? I mean, I guess so they won't keep coming back into the hospital. What is something that needs to be done that you think?
Probably have a better medication maintenance program for them, so they don't run out of their medications so fast.
Right, like a different type of medication regimen.
True, regimen.
Right. So in the mental health field, sometimes you run into patients who, their character isn't always godlike. They're not always honest.
Sure.
They may accuse a staff member of doing something, punching them, kicking them, hitting them, abusing them, sexually assaulting them, or even they have this thing called financial exploitation. And even if you say something to a patient the wrong way, you can get in trouble, you can get written up, or you can get terminated.
Correct.
How do you feel about that?
It's very unfair because I've been in that situation a couple times, and you must remember the patients are on medication. They can be on methadone, whatever, Suboxone, detoxing down, and they can be lose thing hear anything.
Yes.
And get turned the wrong way.
Yes.
So it's like a double-edged sword.
Double-edged sword, like you said, it's not really financially rewarding, but it may be emotionally.
Correct.
But if I'm going to go to work and be getting accused and getting lied on, I don't think I want any parts of that, right? That's what most people would say.
Correct.
But I think in the mental health field, most of the time we lead with our heart because we're good people. We're good people.
Correct.
And we want to help, we want to support, we want to assist, we want to get these people back well. But it kind of makes it, it's like, okay, this person's lying on me, that person's lying on me. It kind of brings down your morale as a mental health worker. Now, have you ever been attacked in the hospital?
Yes.
Okay. After being attacked by a patient, did you ever experience any type of trauma?
Slight trauma.
Slight trauma, okay.
Physical soreness and physical abuse as well.
Have you ever had a patient pass away while you were working a shift?
Twice.
I've had it happen too. And it haunted me for a while, but with prayer and God, I got through it. But I remember a patient passing away, and I was doing rounds. And rounds is every 15 minutes. That's basically the job. Every 15 minutes you get up. I worked on an overnight shift, but you get up, and you got to go make sure that patient is okay.
Correct.
And, they were gone. And it haunted me. And I'm so glad I got through that moment. How do you think more of these hospitals or even mental health places, they should have more things set in place for employees to where they can get some mental health support? Like
EAP, Employee
correct.
Assistance Program.
But something even a little bit more than that, because we have a lot of these people that they're behind on the bills, they're behind on the mortgage, the car note, daycare, their kids, everything.
Yes.
And when your money is not right, a therapist really can't help you. Right?
And you're not the right color.
Right. So, when you are going to work and you're getting ready to go into work, what is your mindset?
To try and have a peaceful, safe day.
Peaceful, safe day.
Do not get hurt. Leave from work the way you came.
Now, most of the time, do you have a peaceful and safe day in the hospitals?
Rarely.
Really?
Rarely.
Right.
There's always a code. Code is when the patient acts out and a staff member calls a code for help for other staff to come together and secure that patient and try and de-escalate the situation.
You were always really good at codes, man. I remember codes, man. Look, we worked on an overnight shift, but we had some good times. But codes, I done seen this man, and I done seen this man work magic like any type of patient. It's something about him that's calming, and that the patient feels confident now. Me, do you remember that time?
Yes, very much so.
Hey, remember that time? It was a patient. She thought I was a pimp, and he was on my floor, and she thought I was a pimp. And I was taking the vitals. I was taking the patient vital, and she started swinging at me. Get away from me! I'm not going back out. I ain't your damn. And the nurse was like, what's going on? She's like, he a pimp. That's my pimp. This little ass nigga, he a pimp. And everybody started laughing. And we had other people. It was other people that was waiting. We call it, it was basically our upstairs assessment room. So we had patients up there. They was laughing. So the next couple of days, everybody on the floor was calling me a pimp. Remember that?
Yes.
And I was leaving out in the morning. They was like, bye, pimp. So, so stuff like that in the hospital makes me when I look back, I think it's kind of funny when I think about some of the patients. You know what I'm saying? But it's that environment can be toxic. It can be toxic.
Very toxic.
And it can be like you really some days you ask yourself, God, what do you want me to do? Like in that field, because you're dealing with mental health, so it's ultimately a whole brain fuck, right? And let me ask you this, since you're a mental health worker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it take crazy to do crazy?
I would say no, but you got to try and say as focused as possible.
Okay.
And a lot of times in this field, you get repeat patients.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you build a rapport with that patient.
Right.
Oh, Johnny's back again? What happened, Johnny?
Right.
Ran out of our medication.
Right.
So I came in to get more medication.
Right. And I mean, sometimes, speaking of, we want to help the patients, but sometimes lines are crossed.
Right.
Boundaries. I've known of a couple, and these are women, and I feel bad for these women, but even as men, but there were some women that they were accused of sleeping with patients. Like taking the patients home and letting the patients live with them and stuff, which is a good thing, 'cause I guess they won't, but you can't cross that line.
Correct.
As far as patient and staff, patient confidentiality. You can never do that. Correct. But it happens, but I've known of some women that were accused of that, and, I don't know how true those things, because I don't like to get into accusatory things, or when you speculate, I don't like to speculate, but when men are accused of things,
yes,
they lose their job.
Instantly.
And this is not a gender thing, and this is not a racism thing, but it seems as though when the man is mocha, they're out the door. Their whole reputation is out the door.
Definitely.
Crushed. And a lot of these people in the field, we know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know each other. We from that hospital to that hospital.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I done worked at hospitals in Inglewood. I done worked up north in Chicago. I done worked in the suburbs. I done worked in Indiana. I done worked in Houston, Texas in mental health.
Yeah.
But we all kind of know each other.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
You get around.
Certain companies, right?
Correct.
Some houses. So if you get that stain, oh, look at Jay Petty. Oh, Jay Petty, he don't like to help the patients out when they distressed. Oh, he don't like to listen to the patients. Oh yeah, he never. You know what I'm saying? You get that reputation, which can tarnish you. Which is sad. So, what is the best way? What is the best way any staff member can protect themselves when dealing with patients?
Try, if at all possible, to have a partner with you.
When you're doing the room checks, make sure you always have a partner.
Definitely, room checks, especially if it's a female patient in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have that male patient who is having homophobic tendencies.
Okay.
And they may accuse you of something.
Right, yeah.
So you kind of damned if you do, damned if you
Man,
don't.
I've been accused by everything. You hear me? It's like, no, I'm sorry, I don't like men, but if y'all want to listen to him and review the tape, go right ahead. But I don't like men. Why are you listening to this guy? Anyway, so on the Bag of Snacks podcast, people, well, I'm feeling good. Got my old friend here. Oh, yeah. We about to bring out the Bag of Snacks, y'all, for mental health. Yeah. So, I got the Bag of Snacks, man. I want you to tell us, what is your style of support, or what represents you in the mental health field in regards to snacks? Who are you in the Bag of Snacks? What represents you, Duane? Take them all out. Take them all out for me.
Chips, chews, candy, and
Oh no, not that. No.
what represents me? It would be probably the cookies.
Cookies.
Yes.
Why? Can you break this down for us real quick?
Because it's got the nice, firm outer layer,
Okay.
and a nice sweet part in the middle.
I like that. COVID. How has COVID affected your establishment, your work environment as a mental health worker at your hospital? How has COVID in the pandemic?
It's affected us a lot because part-time I do COVID testing.
Okay, that's what you
at
do,
the
part-time
hospital.
work. Okay.
Yes. And you get the patients and staff coming in,
Mm-hmm.
checking their temperatures. We had a guy come in one night at 11 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
with 102 fever. By 4 o'clock, he was dead.
Ooh, yeah. So as far as, are they telling y'all to? I mean, I know you got to stay 6 feet, but are y'all? You have to wear the mask in the hospital, and what else has changed?
You have to wear your mask, to wash your hands as much as possible.
Okay.
The chance you get. You can't be as touchy-feely
Okay.
with your coworkers or the patients any longer.
Right. Okay, so no hugging, stuff like that.
None of that.
Now,
A lot of head nodding.
oh my goodness, wow. So yeah, I know it's difficult. So man, I'm hoping that this interview has made an impact on people's lives and that they would look at this and they would learn something from this.
I hope so.
I hope so. I think we got that message across, and we hit on a lot of different pointers. Is there anything else about mental health that you want to put out there to the world?
Just if you know somebody who needs help, try and help them. Don't just turn your back to them, because that could be you one day.
I like that. I like that. The Chancellor's here. Silence.
Hey guys, thank you for watching. Please like,